know, my main language is Turkish. I'm from Turkey. I'm not a native speaker and I've never been abroad before, but I managed to level up my English to advance and speak English fluently and confidently. So I hope this video is gonna be an inspiration for you and you can learn some things from this video to learn English by yourself. So without further ado, let's get started. Everything started when I was 10 years old, back in my elementary school years. I was in my 4th grade and that was the first time that I ever met with English. Our teachers have started to teach us the very basic fundamental stuff of the English language, and after those years in high school we started to take classes focused on grammar, maybe writing and reading, but never speaking the actual language. Listening, very rare. But as I said, it was not like the real English, but we were studying and learning regularly. Thank you to all my English teachers. But the thing is, my grades weren't well at all, and I didn't enjoy studying the language. I mean, sitting down and learning the rules, tenses, and all that stuff. It wasn't fun for me at all. Another thing that I realized with myself though, I was in love with how the language sounds, and because of this particular reason I started to listen English songs. I had absolutely no idea what they're talking about, what they're saying, but I just wanted to be able to follow along with them and speak like them. And that was actually a clue that I had a passion for languages and accents. Luckily, I had a chance to practice my English after my high school graduation and coming to Istanbul for college. In my college years, it was all about talking, and it was my first time with quote-unquote real English, and that was why my English improved tremendously like never before. I know I said learning English by yourself in the title of this video and mentioned about how I learned English in high school, but you know that your English seriously sucks if you don't have any speaking skills, because it's literally the most important part of the language, because that is the reason why you learn a language, to speak the language. And if you lack at this, then you can actually call yourself as a beginner. And that was how I used to feel back in those times. My English knowledge from high school was only enough to express myself in a super basic way, but it was enough to make a start from scratch. But when it comes to speaking, you can start from A1 and make your way to C1, C2, wherever you aim to reach. You can make it happen all by yourself, and that was what I've done back in my college years actually. During this process, I've made tons of mistakes. Some of them were really embarrassing. I've been in situations that you will never wish to be in, but this is how you learn. And I also believe that you have a pretty solid, strong why of why you want to learn English. So you can make it your second language, you can learn it by heart, so it's not gonna feel like you switch languages between your main language and English. For me, it was being able to communicate with content creators, because I was super obsessed with social media, content creation, photography, all that stuff, that I wanted to meet with world-class photographers, bloggers, travelers. So I used to meet with these people and practice my English with them, and I never worried about my accent or how my English level was doing, and it was all fine. Meanwhile, I slowly started to use English in my content, and that percentage increased over time because I was able to express myself better every day. And when I look back, I can clearly say that I was relying on my practice rather than my studying or my knowledge, because while you're practicing the language, you speak and listen simultaneously, and you might feel like I don't get what they say, or I don't know this word, but your brain actually takes all of this information, and after some point, if you make yourself exposed to that language, you learn it without realizing. And I think that's pretty amazing. To cut a long story short, even though it feels impossible to reach that super advanced level that people have, you gotta push through, you gotta try your best and trust the process. At least that's what I've done in my English learning journey. Anyways, hope you liked this video. Please let me know if you want to see more videos related to language learning and studying. Thank you so much for watching this video up to the very end, and I will see you in my next video. Bye bye. Allah aşkına şu notlara bak.